Yeah, exactly, bro. Poison myself.
Unlock the power of cryptocurrency with Orange Brick Road as your guide. The homepage provides an overview of our services, crypto education, consulting, trading, and more. Explore our comprehensive courses tailored for beginners to advanced crypto enthusiasts. Our team of experts offers personalized consulting across all aspects of crypto, including everything from how to purchase your very first crypto coin, the importance of security, reporting requirements, and the latest developments in the decentralized finance world. Join our thriving community, attend events, and network with like-minded individuals. Stay up to date with our blog covering the latest crypto trends and analysis. Get started today by enrolling in a course or booking a consultation. Navigate the crypto world with confidence. Orange Brick Road, your path to understanding.
All right, welcome back everybody to the Orange Brick Road newsletter live stream. I apologise for my lack of enthusiasm.
I thought you were going to apologise for me being here.
I apologise for my guest. Just up front. Oh, well, that's a good segue. Today we're joined from Chan with we're joined with Chan from Vield.
It's been 10 seconds.
It's gone off the rails already. All right, Chan from Vield is joining us today just to go through the whole crypto. If you aren't aware of Vield, Vield is a crypto lending platform, which I'll just show real quick now. Okay, here, I probably should have prepped this beforehand. Okay, you'll see, yep, can see my screen. Okay, Vield is here. This is our website, orangebrickroad.com.au, and you'll see under services, we have loans, and that's where we have Chan, the man from Vield. There he is. Hi, how good is that? All right, so I'll just stop there for a sec. Just give us a little bit of an intro about yourself, how you first got into crypto and what you're currently doing, mate.
Yeah. So I guess I've always been in. I started out in finance when I first left school. Even I worked for a couple of banks, a mob called Rams Home Loans, if anybody remembers them.
Yep.
And then I went into IT and telco for a decade and a half. Vodafone for like 10 years, Cisco for a couple of other years after that, and then sort of went into deep tech. Which is mainly around space and free space optics, which is lasers. And then after that, all through the time, one of my best mates, he's been in crypto for about 10 years, thereabouts. It's pretty early. He started an exchange here in Australia, built it from the ground up. Wasn't his own company, and then basically he said, I'm just going to do my own thing. At the time, I just had my first kid, and I basically put my resignation in my last job, and they said I've got to take gardening leave for 12 months, and he said, well, why don't you join me? So I joined him at Vield. Personally, I've been in crypto since about 2020, 2019. Never seriously, just buying some random shit all the time. As you try not to lose any money. I obviously didn't try hard enough. And I should have just brought Bitcoin, which is the advice I tell anybody new to crypto. But since then, joined Vield. It's been just over a year now. We've built the product around the crypto-backed loans. Got a couple of products that we're building at the moment, but I guess our major goal in crypto is sort of to remove friction, in everyone's sort of day-to-day lives. If you think of how people, I guess, receive their earnings, spend it at the shops, that sort of thing. It's frictionless compared to being able to use crypto in real life. So our sort of goal and mantra is to remove that friction for people. And and some of that's through our loans, and some other products that we're releasing, which I'm happy to talk about later on today as well.
Yeah, well, you did mention also about the property, and also the card. Just before we went live, we were just chatting. Yeah, just bring that up because that's interesting.
Yeah, so we launched the cards to start with. Our first product that we launched was the crypto-backed cards. We launched that start of this year, I think like second week of January. To date, we've done over $30 million worth of loans, which has exceeded our expectations. We thought we were probably going to do a couple of million this year, but we've got a solid product. It's built around transparency. People can see where their assets are. But one thing we were seeing was people who were using the loans to buy property were refinancing the loans, 2 months down the track with a bank. Obvious reason is the banks offer a low interest rate. So they'll go, yep, cool. We give them money to buy the property. They'll buy the property and then go, okay, cool. I've got a clear title because we don't take an interest in it. We've got the crypto already. And they'll just go to the bank, clear title here, give me a loan against this. They'll pay us out and then take the property and give it to the bank.
Right.
So the next, product that we built after the crypto-backed loans is a hybrid crypto mortgage, where you can use your property and crypto at the same time to get a loan from us. Not everybody has, not everybody's a whale, not everyone's a maxi, not everybody has enough crypto to buy a property, and some people prefer not to. So if they're using it to buy a property, let's use the asset as well, and the property, and the crypto to use that to buy a property. So yeah, that's in a nutshell.
Okay, brilliant. You guys can help our people out on that. We're going to fly into the news in a sec. It's just one thing that I did want to cover is like the benefits of getting a crypto loan is one, you don't have to sell your asset, and secondly, it's not a taxable event. Is that correct?
Look, we believe it's not a taxable event. Once again, we recommend that you get some reputable advice. And there's a lot of there are some reputable tax advisors connected with Orange Brick Road. But in terms of what the ATO say, a taxable event generally occurs when the beneficial owner changes in regards to crypto and the asset itself. So, if the owner of the asset is still the owner of the asset, but it's with us, for example, then that you could look at that, view that as still the ownership remains with the person who's getting the loan.
Yeah, just briefly on that, don't quote me, this is not financial advice, it's educational purposes only, but I've had conversations with financial advisors and with guys, because you can also get loans on stock, right? And the far as that they see, that's not selling it, it's actually it's actually a debt. So it's not a taxable event. So basically everything with the SEC and all the ATO and all that sort of stuff are basing stuff off traditional finance and then incorporating that into crypto. So that's where I foresee it. And at the moment, to me, it's not even a grey area. It kind of is not a taxable event. But once again, go to Orange Brick Road. We've got financial advisors and also accountants, that sort of thing. Yeah. Okay. So that's basically where we sit. We'll fly into the news just now. I know that you haven't had much of a chance because we're busy, but we'll start off with you can see my screen, all right?
Yeah, I've got the news in front of me too. All
right, the Ethereum ETF, exchange traded fund. That's all right, mate.
I'm allergic to Ethereum.
Instant reaction. Spoken like a true maxi. Yeah, cool. All right, so we've had the Bitcoin ETF, and the reaction to that has been quite positive, although there was a pullback. I imagine that once again it's going to be buy the rumor, sell the news, with the ETF. But also, this is getting institutional money, and I just want a second opinion, because this is just me talking out of my ass and just a theory that I have, is like Bitcoin with the ETF, they were the first ones through the gate. Now Ethereum are following, following the road. Now, because it will happen, Bitcoin ETF will happen. Will that then open up the road for the likes of Chainlink and all the other, stuff that's built on Ethereum? Do you
It'd
think?
be an arms race. It would 100% be an arms race. Every man and his dog is going to try launch an ETF.
But
You know,
but what I'm thinking, just what wants me just talking, thinking out loud, is say the law firm, because I mean they use lawyers, obviously. The law firm that's doing the Ethereum ETF might, though Chainlink, if they're going to do an ETF, it'd be in their best interest to use the same law firm because they've done 90% of the groundwork. So it actually makes their process a lot quicker and a lot easier. So do you know what I mean? It kind of opens up the floodgates.
yeah. Look, you know, well, I think having ETFs is great because it gives access for everybody. You know, especially if you're having, you know, especially in Australia, when you have super funds,
Yep.
and these super funds aren't crypto native, so that it gives them the ability to have access to ETFs. But you know, what you'll generally find is, you know, it'll just be an option for people to take, regardless of, you know, if it's a Ethereum ETF or Solana ETF or Chainlink ETF. People will still have to go in manually into their super funds, you know, and select these options. And generally, they're weighted as well. So, you know, if, for example, I went into my super fund, which is with Australian Super. I don't have an SMSF and don't use that to buy crypto yet. Been meaning to do it, but I'm a bit lazy. So, but if you do actually go into your own super platform, you generally can't dedicate 100% of your portfolio to an ETF.
Yes.
It's
Correct.
either 25%, 50%, or something like that. So you can't get maximum exposure. And then
Yep.
there's obviously fees involved. Yeah, they're not too bad, but you know, that sort of process is a lot more sophisticated than, you know, the average retail customer is used to. They'll just go, okay, well, I've got super. This super company has been giving me 10%. That's great. You know, you talk to somebody in crypto and they'll just laugh at you about 10%.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Exactly. It doesn't keep up with inflation.
yeah, and then, you know, that's the other thing. So, you know, I think that is good. The ETFs open it up for people, but I don't think they're going to have massive inflows. Like even if you look at Bitcoin, you know, the inflows themselves, you know, they don't really do anything to the price. You know, they're negated by outflows from GBTC most of the time, and you know, it's kind of a bit boring now. It's kind of, oh, the
Yeah.
ETFs have, it's okay, cool. And same same Ethereum, like it's at an S1 stage, which is just a registration or, you know, sort of you know, a registration
Expression
of
of interest. Yeah.
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 You know, and it's, you know, after the announcement was made, it's been priced in. So even when it
Yes.
launches, you know, I don't expect much to happen. It's great. It's great for the industry,
Yes.
but I don't give us
Yeah.
any price action.
Yeah, I agree on that. It is good for the industry to be able to get it out and people to understand that this is not going away. This is not like, you know, guys with neck beards in basements, you know, but buying a legal pot off the internet using crypto. It's legitimized now, so it's just another form of legitimizing. Okay, AI coins. Have you spent a bit of time with AI coins? So this is kind of, to me, is almost the NFT boom of 2016, 2017. You know, if it's got AI in it, people are just jumping on it. But
Yeah,
there are
you've
some
got
legitimate
the merge up
projects.
with Fetch AI and what's the other protocol that's happening. But to be fair, like, you know, every utility has, sorry, every project has some sort of utility, and it was just a matter of time before, you know, somebody throws the word AI in there. You know, I haven't researched too much into many of these. Like I had some ICP for a while, you know, but to be fair, most of it is all speculative. You know, the usability, utility, that none of it matters. It really matters about the community pushing behind it.
Yeah, it's adoption.
And, yeah, and if you get the adoption, you know, and some of that is through a good story or, you know, a good project with good utility, and that's how it works.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've had ICP for forever and Near Protocol.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just something to keep an eye on and maybe smash like 5% of your portfolio into the speculation of AI. I wouldn't be going all in. I do have a client that only owns AI coins, but
Wow.
Yep. I've got clients that only own XRP, mate. Yeah, 100%. 100%. No, he's bought into it and bought into it hard. But also I've got Bitcoin maxis. You know, I've got guys that are 100% just in the hex and pulse chain. You know, each to their own, because it's almost getting to a point where you can't know everything about everything, and they just go, you know what, this is my zone. I'm just going to stick with it and learn as much as I can. You know.
I think the one thing is, you know, as long as a project, you know, isn't going to get rugged, that's number one.
Yes.
Right? And as long as, you know, and long term, you know, all these projects that are legitimate, that have a good community, have a great following, you know, have good utility, are gonna rise. You know, it really just depends on, you know, how long the project goes for, you know, how good are the team with updating the project, you know, how the real world uses, also that sort of stuff. You know, you can make some safe bets out there. It's just that, you know, you're not going to get any sort of pump and dump action out of it, which is what you don't want. You know, so long term, Vield always wins.
It boils down to market fit, you know, and the thing about market fit is that the team and the protocol have to be constantly evolving as well.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, showing my age, but when Netflix first came out, you know, it was delivering little CDs to DVDs to your door, you know, and then the streaming idea came out, and that took a long time for adoption but eventually, so it's growing as the market's growing, you know.
Yeah.
So there's a few vectors.
Definitely. I think, you know, I always like to view crypto from a technology standpoint, not a financial standpoint. You know, and you talk about adoption of different chains, different protocols. You know, there's obviously, you want to be an early investor, or, you know, or early in the space, before everyone else, you know, that sort of mainstream adoption comes along. And that's where the real wins are. But, you know, it's interesting. I think, you know, it's a lot of it is psychology. You know, people have a lot of conviction and make you believe what they say sometimes. But, you know, it's it's definitely interesting.
Definitely. All right. Do you reckon that Bitcoin's going to hit under $150,000 this year?
I think you're missing 2 zeros off that, man. No.
Well, I'd be impressed. Like 150,000 US. So what would that be? About 230 Australian thereabouts. You know.
Yeah. Look, I think we're right for it. You know, we're obviously, you know, hopefully we hit some resistance at the moment. And you know, it's we don't have any people go under, you know, because I guess there's a lot of people out there making big bets at the moment on Bitcoin. And they weren't expecting this to happen. You know, we've had the halving, we've had the ETFs, we haven't really seen any major price action. You know, and I think people are, you know, really kind of really starting to lose conviction in their bets that they've made this year. So you might see some selling pressure, I guess. You know, and that's always a sign to buy in my mind.
Flush out the weak hands, man. You know, and I think the altcoin season will happen as soon as like Bitcoin hits its all, you know, its all-time high previous to 73. I think that's pretty much the sign of altcoin season kicking in.
Definitely.
So, keeping an eye on it. All right. Hey, listen, check out this, right? This is the article that I posted on the when's the Ethereum ETFs going to launch, and it goes into it. But check out this handsome man in the advert.
No.
Oh, shit, I clicked on oh, my God. Dickhead. All right. Anyways, I'll close that down. Where did it go? All right. Go. I registered on Superproof as a tutor years ago. I even forgot that I'd done it, and then anyways, I popped up.
Hey, you can teach yourself something.
Yeah, that's it. I might click on and get a lesson. Cool. Yeah, I don't know whether the algorithm noticed or whatever, or I'm just got no idea. But there I am, and there I am again.
You're there again.
Yeah, all over the place.
Popular,
I'm going viral. I've been on it for years.
You and the spandex up there too.
And that's me. That's the back shot. Very good, very good. But yeah, okay, the ETF is going to be launching. It's all speculation at the moment, but it's definitely going to be happening. I think you're probably about 4 to 8 weeks away. you know. But once again, I don't think it's going to be much of an event. If anything, there might be a little bit of a pullback as a result of it. Now, you don't have a chance to go through this.
We can go through it now.
Okay. Cool. Well, but basically, I'm just going to write down, because it's the 15 coins that they talk about. Because a lot of people, when they tune into these live streams, and it also gets posted on my YouTube channel and all that sort of jazz, is I would say over half of the audience will be, "Hey man, I love the news. That's great. Just tell me what to buy."
Yeah,
you know, just what's going to go up and to the right.
Skip forward.
That's right. So I'd like to include at least one of these of coins that we're interested in. Okay, one thing, first thing to start off with, obviously Ethereum, with the ETFs that are rolling out. Chainlink. Just let me know if there's any of these that you're bullish on. Chainlink, Polkadot, Avalanche, SHIB, Stellar, Solana. There's a Propi, which is a real-world asset coin that I hadn't heard of before.
Polkadot and Cardano are having a chat about the bridging at the moment as well. That's sort of pushed the price a little, I believe, right?
With who? Cardano? So
yeah, they're talking about I guess more bridging, but I guess bridging functionality between them.
Oh, excellent. Well, so something's actually happening on Cardano. Well, there's the news break. And Ronan, if you're listening, that's directly at you, mate. I'm catching up with you soon. He's from Cardano. Oh, no, that's good. That's good. Hopkins is finally implementing something. All right. So, yeah, there's Propi, which is a real-world asset, was tokenization of real estate, was mentioned. Ocean Point wasn't mentioned, which is weird. The BST token, which is what, Julia from Ocean Point. I'm very, very bullish on BST.
Cody, out in, was it 2 days?
Yep.
The first pull.
Yep. Yeah, we're going to cover that. It's coming up in a sec. Yeah, they're doing amazing work. Absolutely amazing work. Injective, LimeWire, Foxy, which is a meme coin, and XCAD, which I haven't heard of. So basically, that's what this video goes through. It doesn't really go into too much about the protocols themselves. But I'm bullish, on Polkadot. I've known Chainlink, Polkadot forever. Avalanche, I'm very bullish on. Stellar, I just think.
Chainlink hat here. Let me put that on. Yeah, here we go. Here, Chainlink. Here you go.
There you go, Link Marines. you finally got a bit of promotion on the internet. No, I love Chainlink. I've been in Chainlink forever. Solana, I've been bullish on, obviously. Injective, LimeWire. I think I got on LimeWire a long time ago. But yeah, is anything there that sticks out to you that you're kind of bullish on?
To be honest, I think most of those are long-term holds. Especially some of those, mainstream ones, Chainlink, Polkadot, Cardano. Even the ones, around the narrative at the moment around real-world assets is very strong, and it has a lot of institutional value. So those are definitely primed for not just a big run, but really good for long-term yield. Some of the meme kind of stuff like that, I've stopped trying to buy. You should see my wallet, my Sniper wallet. They're all at like minus 99%.
Nice.
Nice. There's probably about 50 Solana coins in there that I've just kind of sniped in and out of, and just I'm done with this. So
right. So if anyone out there wants to know what coins not to buy,
and
that will be financial advice. Don't buy these.
also, if you want really good financial advice retrospectively, come and ask me. I'll tell you what pumped last week.
Oh, that's right. Retrospectively, I'm an expert. Beautiful. Yeah, so Block Square, Julia, she's on our website. We've tokenized, I'd have to get it off her, but under real world assets here.
Yeah.
So we've tokenized with Orange Brick Road, I think about 18 properties, thereabouts, in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Well, I think, we're definitely, the whole property market is ripe for tokenization, because if you think about the process where most people who sell a house are trying to buy a house at the same time. And there's normally at least a 1 month, 2 month between handover of one property, selling it, and buying another property on the other end somewhere else. You can never instantaneous do that. Go from one property to the other.
Yeah, correct.
So that sort of I believe most things that are innovative and new really drive from a source of I guess frustration in people's lives. People just take for granted. Yeah, if you sell a house, you got to hang around and rent a place for a couple of months or something like that, or hope it lines up nicely. And there's too many moving parts there. But I think what these guys are doing is definitely needed. And it'd be really cool to see where we sit in a couple of years' time.
Well, it opens up like liquidity into something that has no liquidity.
Yeah.
You buy a house and that's it. But you can't get anything out of it. You can't, it's very well.
Yeah.
You can, but it's very, very difficult. Whereas now it opens that up. So it's got a real world adoption, because like a lot of people in real estate are either investors or they're just homeowners. And there's a lot of people that are in real estate that are investors, so that they understand the the whole scheme of it. So if anyone wants anything to do with real world assets, either tokenization of your own real estate or investing, get hold of us. And Julia, she actually just flew back in from Thailand last night. I'm catching up with her tomorrow. She was in Dubai for about 2 or 3 weeks as well, doing what she does.
I've spoken to a couple of mobs around RWAs, and here in Australia, they're starting to build properties that are made for, I guess, segregation, or people like share living in Sydney, right? Because it's too expensive to rent a place on your own. So the idea with some of these, I guess, companies was they'll just sell you a room in a house, and you can still share a property with somebody, but you actually own that bit of land within that apartment itself. You own a portion of the kitchen, a portion of the living room, but you own your own actual bedroom itself. So that's cool.
Well, I've imagined, basically, not getting into political dynamics or financial sort of what, at the moment, but, buying a home for a younger person nowadays is pretty much off the table.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So this could be a way for, an 18 to 26, 28-year-old to be, hey, listen, I don't own the house, but I own my room. So at least I have that as security. And then once that's paid off or a portion's paid off, they can use that as a deposit to then obviously show that they're financially viable, that they can consistently pay off loans to then apply for a loan. So there's always that as well.
It'll definitely turn like the rental market on its head, right? If everyone starts buying pieces of houses and living in them, buying their own rooms and, and amassing property wealth that way, it'll be amazing to see how that kind of flips the rental market around, because I don't see that. Why would you rent?
Exactly.
You just start piecing. If you are renting a place, you'll just start buying bits and pieces of it as you go, right? It's cool.
Yeah, it really, really is, and it could be like hypothetically speaking, say you and I want to do an investment home together, and it's a 5-bedroom. We can then sublease the 3 bedrooms out on finance, which helps pay off the mortgage. Well, it gives us more of a deposit or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it really does open it up a lot of areas.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know that you caught up with Bisha. Bisha, he's the man. Recently in Melbourne, is that right?
Yeah, Bish is based in Melbourne. He's a solid guy. I always have a good time chatting with him and hanging out with him.
Yeah, he goes all right, doesn't he? They've just released the gold and precious metals. Did you know that? He probably would have told you.
Yeah. The guy's last name is Bullion as well. Perfect name for it.
No, I love Bishop from Stormrake. It's great. So yeah, anyway, it's just we're just going to tie up now. Basically, what Stormrake is a brokering service. So what you do is you send them your money, you tell them what you want to them to buy. They find the best prices for you, and they just buy it and execute it straight into your wallet, or they can custody it themselves. The reason that I'm promoting these guys so much, and is that I hate centralized exchanges. What they've done in the last 6 to 9 months. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. They're freezing people's money. So we've put over, I think, $3.2 million worth of clients' money in the last 4 or 5 months through Stormrake. Haven't had one single issue. So, yeah.
We're actually in partnership with these guys as well. So, you know, we help their customers. We you know, I think it's up as a relationship with them that we're building out. You know, we're both sort of challengers in the space, and we both have pretty aggressive goals. But we don't compete with each other either. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff there that we're going to sort of partner on together moving forward.
Yeah, 100%. You both got very, very similar ideals as well when it comes to crypto. That's why I like working with you guys, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just to finish up, people, there's a Cardano
meetup
that I'm actually attending. So I'll be catching up with Ronan if he's seen this. Well, he already knows my opinion anyway. I like having a laugh with him. Sophie, one of our consultants, has set up this meetup. So if you're around the Perth area, we also on our website, we have the meetup tab, which is here somewhere, which has all the meetups Australia-wide as well. There's also a real world assets because Julia's back in town now. So Caroline will be there, Mitch will be there, Minnie will be there, myself will be there, Sophie will be there. There'll be a whole bunch of people there, the guys from TechStack. Okay, so if you want to know anything about real world assets and the tokenization of real estate, and also with 2 more, this is Crypto Cocktails, which is always dangerous. When crypto people get together and start drinking, it normally ends up to about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's on the 18th of July. So yeah, and also AI developers. I know that I'm not even going to try to say your name, mate, because I always get it wrong. But you know who I'm talking about. Okay, and also this is a new one that was put across my desk from Sophie. Actually, there's one down in Bustleton, a Bitcoin Busso Bash. All right, so once again, I'll be attending that and carrying on. The golden rule with this, though, is I've been told by the organizers is that it's Bitcoin only, no shitcoins. All right, so it's only for max. Hey, yeah, it's nice. It's a nice spot.
Yeah. I many years ago, I worked for Telstra, and there's a Telstra store down there, and I had to go down to Bustleton.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, no, it's a lovely spot, but it's only for Bitcoin maxis only. So I'm walking in with an Ethereum t-shirt.
Yeah.
Good. I was going to walk in with a Hex t-shirt, but most people wouldn't know what that was, especially maxis.
For you, actually. Here, hold on.
What have you got?
What have I got? Oh, here you go. Here, walk in with this. This will jam up nicely.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. I wonder how far I'll get in the door with it, you know. Also, I've got you a beanie too, mate. So I've got more beanies back, so I'll flick one of them off to you as well. Yeah, cool. All right, well, that's pretty much it So if you want to get hold of Chan, you just go to orangebrickroad.com.au. You'll see on our services tab, we have self-managed super, scams if you've been scammed. There's ways of recovering it, bookkeeping, tax, estate planning, which is really good, which also we work with Jeremy from Bradshaw and Knox. He also sets up with people, this is important, was a dead man switch. So if something was to happen for unforeseeable circumstances, whoever you delegate to can actually get hold of your crypto. It gets released with the seed phrases, that sort of stuff, and it's all legally. Okay, security, guys, yeah, one-on-one consulting, everything. Okay, that's my shield. But if you want to get hold of Chan the man, you can just go down here and he can walk you through what you need to do if you have any inquiries, etc., or you just get hold of me. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, mate. I know it's late over there. What would it be over there? About
6:30. It's not too bad. I've had dinner already. I've got a 2-year-old, so we eat at like 4 p.m. or something.
Oh, mate. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 2-year-olds, man. 2-year-old Tampas. That's a sight to be behold.
They're cute at the moment. They're progressing to that.
You got a lot to look forward to, mate. A lot to look forward to. But you know, my advice is enjoy it because it goes really, really quick. Before you know it, man. You know.
So you know, trying to spend as much time at home as possible, but still have to work, unfortunately.
That's right. Someone has to pay the bills, mate. All right. Thank you very much, brother. And I'll give you a call in the next day or two anyway, and we'll catch up. If you're going to come over for any of these events, let us know. We'll work out the details, man.
Yeah, sweet. All right. Well, thank you for having me, man.
Thanks, guys. Need anything, get a hold of us, orangebrickroad.com.au. Way to go. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
See you, mate. Oh.